Excuse me, ma'am.
Hmm?
I have a
Yes.
small doubt. Like, ma'am, what should we do if we are having a small, any confusion in Cat 2 marks?
No, already, if any confusion was there, students already discussed. I don't know any date, if any date.
ma'am, when?
Hmm? I
Ma'am, when, like, they discuss?
no, I received lot of mails from students. Accordingly, I rechecked the paper also, and everything is done now. 11th already. I
Like, I texted you on Teams as well. I texted you on
what
Teams
is
and WhatsApp as well.
what's your name?
But
What is your name?
I'm Shlok Agarwal.
Already done. I think I already cross-checked your paper. I already crossed. I remember your name also. Hmm? Whatever was possible, I have already done. Students, this time I was very lenient while checking the paper. Most of you got scored good marks also. So my suggestion is to please focus for your FAT exam. Okay, whatever marks I am giving, you are always asking me for why, ma'am, 1 marks you have reduced. I scored 9 marks, but same thing done by my friend, but he or she scored 10 marks. Where you cut my marks? So please don't compare in this way. See, you're writing the answer in two different same answer you're writing, but one student writing very neatly, everything is visible, and the other student they are getting the answer, but the way of presenting the answer is not appropriate. But then also this time I was very lenient. But for FAT, many times I'm suggesting you from module 6 and 7, mostly theoretical questions are there. So please do practice for that kind of question. Okay. Yeah. So this module 6, we have everyone, you're able to see slides.
Ma'am, what was the class average?
I think 21.2. Yeah, 21.2.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So is this slide is visible, Deva?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's
Okay.
visible.
So only one or two topic is left. So that I will cover by today's class. We have started from the register. Let's revise it a little bit. So which is used to store the data. Then we have taken register with parallel load, where this can be controlled with the help of load input. Okay, some modification was there. Now we have taken next one, that is shift register. So in parallel register, all the input data transferred used to store parallelly. Simultaneously, it used to store the information. But in shift register, one by one, it is storing the output. So this can be possible either in right shift or left shift. Next, we have taken the concept of serial transfer. Then how serial transfer happen. Then this one was very important, that is bidirectional shift register with parallel load. The name shows bidirectional shift register with parallel load. So this bidirectional implies for both right and left shift operation with parallel load, means everything is possible here. Right shift, left shift and parallel operation. So this one we have also discussed. Then next we have started ripple counters. In where ripple counter, we have started with simple binary ripple counter. I asked you to implement this with the help of LT Spice software also. Okay, because since register you have already implemented, so these are related with that only. If you are able to, if you are able to implement the circuit, you can do rest of the things. Okay, so instead of this, you can see here JK flip flop is required. So instead of JK, if you are taking D flip flop, it won't work. But if you want to implement, you should take T flip flop instead of JK. So you can see books also. Maybe T flip flop version is available there. Okay, so this one also I have shown you. So please be careful how it is working. Okay, although everything is given in detail, but hopefully last class at least for 10 to 15 minutes, I will hold for revision classes. Revision means what? If you have any doubt, any confusion, I'll discuss your FAT exam pattern also. At that time, if you have any query, you can ask me. Okay. Then this was the BCD ripple counter state diagram. We have taken this BCD ripple counter also. Some modification was there. So this was the steps. This was the timing diagram. Now next, I think up to that only we have done. Am I right? We have completed till ripple counter. Yes. Did we started the synchronous counter in previous class? No. So today we'll take the next one, that is synchronous counter. So if you remember when we started counter, I told you actually basically we have two types of counters. One is the ripple counter and the next one is synchronous counter. What is the basic difference between this ripple counter and synchronous counter? Anybody wants to highlight into this? What happened in case of ripple counter? The clock pulse input is given to only one flip-flop. Students, just a minute. Yeah. So what is the difference between ripple counter and synchronous counter? In ripple counter, CP input, that is clock pulse input, is given to only one flip-flop. Okay. So, and the output of rest of the flip-flop is used to trigger the remaining flip-flop. But in synchronous counter, what happened? The clock pulse input is given to all the flip-flop. Okay. So here, the first flip-flop that we are going to discuss is binary. The first counter is binary counter. So the basic circuit diagram of this binary counter, 4-bit synchronous. See, if I'm talking 4-bit binary counter or 4-bit synchronous binary counter, both are same. So here you can see the circuit diagram. So here we have taken JK flip-flop. The input of this JK is equal to 1, 1 for all the flip-flop. Okay, here in the circuit diagram, you can see the CP input is given to all the flip-flop and it used to trigger with negative edge of clock pulses because one bubble is there with this clock pulse. Now, if you see the first input, that is counter enable, if you see the first flip-flop JK is directly given, means this JK is equal to 1. So it will always complement. The first flip-flop will always complement. But if you see the rest of the one, now this A1 output is given to the AND gate and the enable input will always 1. If A1 is equal to 1, then both JK will be equal to 1 for next one. So it will complement. Similarly, if A2 is 1, then only for third flip-flop, both JK will be equal to 1. Okay, and so on. That means here it will complement the output when all least significant bit will be equal to 1. For example, For example, if we have 4-bit counter is equal to A4, A3, A21 is equal to 0011. That means that since A1 will always complement, okay, that means for the next one, since 2 least significant bit is equal to 1, 1, so the next, with the next count pulse, the output will be equal to 0, 1, 0, 0. Are you getting me? Because, but the first one will be 0 only, because the first two value was equal to 0. Okay, if you read it, in this counter, the flip-flop in the lowest order position is complemented with every pulse. Why the lower flip-flop is always complemented? Because this one input is directly given here. So since both J and K is equal to 1, then it will be always complemented. This means that its JK input must be maintained at logic 1 always. Okay. A flip-flop in any other position is complemented with a pulse provided all the bits in the lower order position are equal to 1. And why it should be? From circuit you can understand. Okay. If A1 is equal to 1, then A2 will be complemented. But if A1 is equal to 0, then what will happen? If A1 is equal to 0, both J and K will be equal to 0, then there will be no change. Am I right? But if A1 is equal to 1, for A2, J and K will be equal to 1, it will complement. If A1 is equal to 1 and A2 is equal to 0, then what will happen? Since A2 is equal to 0, for the third one, A3, both J and K will be equal to 0, 0. So it will be as it is. There will be no change. But if both A1 and A2 will be equal to 1, so A1 is equal to 1 complement the second one. So if A2 equal to 1, it will complement third one. If any one is 0, then there will be no change. You understood? Any doubt, any confusion here? Students? Yeah. Next we have binary up-down counter. So what is the difference between that binary 4-bit synchronous counter? See, I'm repeating again and again. Already one heading is there, synchronous counter, where we are going to discuss two different types of counter. First one is the binary counter and second one is the binary up-down counter. So both are synchronous counter only. Okay. So here, what is the difference between the previous one? Here, both up counter and down counter can be performed together, or in the simple single circuit will be used to perform both the application. From circuit, anyone wants to explain this? Instead of JK, T flip-flop has been taken here. But both JK and T flip-flop are used as a complemented flip-flop. It used to get complemented output. There is no difference. If you want to take any complement kind of flip-flop, so anyone you can keep. Actually, if you want to convert that JK into T flip-flop, these JK knobs are tied together. If both are equal to 1, if it is used for the same purpose, this J and K input are tied together. Okay, so from the circuit, anyone wants to explain this? See, what is the difference? If you see the circuit very carefully, first we will discuss how many input outputs are there. We have one CP input with bubble. That means this circuit also, it used to give the complement out. It used to create the complement version with negative edge of clock pulse. Okay. Next, we have T input. Okay. So for the T input, it is connected with both up input and down input with OR gate. Okay. OR gate means what? if any one is equal to 1 or both is equal to 1, then output will be equal to 1. If both are 0, then it will be equal to 0. Okay. If up is 1, then t is equal to 1. If down is 1, then also t is equal to 1. I'm talking about the first one. I'm not talking about the rest of the flip-flop. So that means always this t will be equal to 1. If t is equal to 1, it will give you the complement version. Now, next you see, there is two output. One is Q and one is Q complement. This Q output, you are getting output A1. This Q is connected with up with AND gate, and this Q complement is connected with down with AND gate, which means this up operation will work when you are using Q output, and this down operation will work when you are using Q complement output. The next question is that what is the difference between this up and down? So when all the least significance bits are equal to 1, then only it will complement the next higher significant bit, like the previous circuit what I shown you. Okay, that is actually your up counter. In case of down, when all least significant bits are 0, it will complement next value that is used for the down counter. The purpose is same. What is the difference actually here? Instead of taking Q, here we are utilizing Q complement. So both has been taken simultaneously. And this modification, if done in the circuit, it is known as binary up-down counter. If you are taking both the values together, then also it is possible. And if you see the leftmost position, it is given to the next stage. Okay. Here I have explained also. If you want, you can read it. The same thing I have explained here also. In synchronous countdown counter. Countdown counter means binary down counter. Up counter was the previous one. The flip-flop in the lowest order position is complemented with every pulse, means the first flip-flop will always complemented. A flip-flop in any other position is complemented with a pulse provided all lower bits are equal to 0. Okay. Just opposite to case of up counter. For example, if it is equal to 1100, then for the next count pulse, it will be equal to 1011. A1 is always complemented. The two operations can be combined in one circuit. A binary counter capable of counting either up or down. When up count input control is 1, then circuit counts up. When there is a down control of 1, it uses Q complement for determining the states of T inputs. When both are working, both the up and down signals are 0. The register does not change state but remains in the same count. Okay, that's it. So this is all about this particular module. Okay.